Hey guys, welcome back to the club chat. If you're new here, we're doing a 12 days of the club. It was between Christmas and the start of the new year. Just to give you everything you need to skyrocket your results in 2026 and do some reflection before the year starts. So then you can leave the old and bring in the new to help you get to where you want to be. Today's episode is about how being busy is often just avoidance. Busy can be treated as a way to procrastinate things you don't want to do. And we know that, looking after your health is not always easy. It can definitely be hard, and you definitely don't always feel like exercising or eating healthy. Sometimes you just can't be bothered keeping a clean space. You can't be bothered making sure you're staying on your hydration. Sometimes you just want to scroll TikTok at night and not get good quality sleep. So sometimes you might fall into the trap of staying busy to avoid the discomfort and the thing that you don't want to do. And that's where being busy can actually lead to avoidance majority of the time. So what does this look like in everyday life? So, you might have a Pilates class booked and you're just really not feeling it that day. But if you went, you'd feel better. But that cupboard in the kitchen needs to be cleaned. And it's been sitting there like that for 5 years. But it's today of the day you have to clean it because you can't bother going to Pilates and you're trying to look for something to fill in that time. So you're still busy, still productive, but you're not actually moving forward on your goals. This happens a lot to me in a business aspect because I find that there's lots of stuff within my business that I don't necessarily want to do. So I fill it in with like busy time of things that aren't necessarily going to move me towards my goals. But, you clean your laptop up or you go through your emails, but like there's not really any emails to go through. Like I update the website, which it does need updating, but am I doing that at a time where it's actually going to be beneficial, or am I doing it at a time to avoid the thing that I don't want to do? The majority of the time is to avoid the thing that I don't want to do. And this comes into play with so many things, and your health is one of them. But I just use business as an example because it's easy for me to sort of relate. But it can be in so many different things I want you to have a bit of a reflect on how you may be keeping busy at the moment. And I want you to be really, really honest with yourself on whether it definitely can be productive, but is it productive for avoidance of discomfort, or is it productive to be productive? Is it like reaching you? Is it getting you to your goals, or is it a deflection from doing the stuff that you don't want to do? Have a bit of a sit now and have a bit of a think. What are you doing that's keeping you busy so you avoid discomfort? As always, pause this episode, put it down in a notepad, on your phone or in a journal. Really reflect and sit with it and be truly honest with yourself. What are you doing that you don't necessarily have to do that's not getting you towards your goals? And maybe it is something that does genuinely need to be done, but it does not need to be done tonight. You can have a big list of things that you want to slowly work on. Reese and I have a list together of things that are like non-negotiables, need to be done by the end of the year. And it was roughly 4 things that was like, right, if nothing else happens, like these 4 things we want done by the end of the year. And we've put them into quarters, so it's not like hanging over our head. So first quarter of the year, we want to get something done. And then the second quarter, we want to get the next thing done. So like first quarter, we want to get our house painted. And then the second quarter, we want to get something else done. Third quarter, fourth quarter. And then it's like, I probably wouldn't use getting the house painted as procrastination because I'm not actually painting. But it's not like hanging over our heads and bringing so much decision fatigue. And like Reese was talking about painting the house himself. But then we were like reflected and it was like, well, that's not going to get us to our goals. So let's just get someone here to paint because like that's just a waste of our time. Someone else will do it better than us and there'll be a lot less frustration. And let's work on what we actually want to work on to get towards our goals. Let's have a bit of a reflection too of what you actually, and I know everyone's in different situations, but is there anything that you're doing that you actually don't need to do? You don't love doing, it's taking up your time. You could be spending that time doing something else. There was a girl that posted, and I loved it, the businesses that made her life easier in 2025. And one of them was us and a routine with Pilates. And then another one was she gets pre-made meals. And like, yes, like if you don't have time to cook or you don't love cooking and you're spending all your busy time, avoidance time cooking, like how can you swap that out for something that's actually going to make up more, is better use of your time to get you towards your goals? So it might be like swapping out the cooking to do the Pilates class and then just spend time with the kids in the night at night time before bed and just enjoying that time because you're not rushing around cooking and doing certain different things. So yeah, what are you doing to avoid discomfort? And then what out of that list do you actually not need to do anymore? And how can you remove it and get rid of it? And then if you have a list of things that just like hanging over your head, write it down, dump it all out, and then put a timeline on it. But don't stress yourself out. Like Reese and I are giving ourselves a whole 3 months to sort out getting the house painted is like very generous timing. Like we could do that today if we wanted to. Like we know a painter that's keen to do it. Like we could get that sorted. So don't stress yourself out with the timelines. We've got 3 months. By the end of 3 months, like we have to have a date that the house is getting painted. So don't be like, oh, I got to clean out every cupboard in my house and I have to get it done by next Tuesday. Like, no, it's completely against what we're trying to do today. Write down all the busy work that you need to do, get it out your brain. You've got that list and give really generous dates on that. You know it's going to get it done. So then you can just get it out of your head because you know it's happening, but you've given yourself generous dates and it's not going to affect the time that you need to use to work towards your goals. I hope that reflection was helpful and I want you guys to really sit with that discomfort and then call yourself out when you start to do it. It won't just be like, okay, now you've written the list out, like you won't do it anymore. But next time you do it, call yourself out. You'll be able to call yourself out more now. So now when I'm like editing the website, I'm like, this is not a good use of my time. I need to do the thing that I need to do that I'm been avoiding. And you can call yourself out and you'll be shocked at how quickly you get towards your goals when you start calling yourself out on the ways that you're avoiding the discomfort. So yeah, send through to me what you're using as your busy time and that you're going to stop that right now. And moving forward, you're going to call yourself out when it happens. As always, thank you so much for listening. We'll see you on the next one. See you. Love you. Bye.